Every mistake carries a lesson. The ones that cost you the most teach you the most. I am Hugh Lee Johnson, publisher of Venture AI X Money. After 3 decades in business, sales, and side hustles, I have made plenty of mistakes. But early on, I developed one habit that turned every setback into a step forward. After every mistake or challenge, I asked myself one question. What was the lesson in what just happened? That question changed everything. It forced me to stop reacting and start learning. It helped me move forward with more clarity and fewer repeated errors. In this issue, I am sharing one of my most expensive mistakes, a $1,000 lesson that reshaped how I build income. I will walk you through the 4-step pivot I used to turn it around and the 4 AI tools I used to make that pivot work without burning out or blowing up my budget. If you are ready to learn, grow, and build something that belongs to you, let's get into it. The 10K mistake I made and the pivot that fixed everything. I spent an entire year doing what every business guru told me to do. I posted every single day. I chased followers. I replied to comments, showed up consistently, and worked the algorithm like a full-time job. At the end of that year, I had nothing to show for it. A platform update wiped out my reach overnight. The audience I thought I owned? Gone. The income I believed I was building? Evaporated. I lost over $1,000 in time, energy, and missed opportunities. And I did it by building on land I did not own. If you are over 40, working a 9 to 5, and trying to build a side income with AI, this story is for you. The mistake is common. The fix is simpler than you think. Why social media followers are not an asset. Here is the hard truth most people learn too late. Your social media following belongs to the platform, not to you. Think about it this way. If LinkedIn or Instagram shut down tomorrow, your audience disappears with it. You have no way to contact them, no list, no backup. You spent months building something on property you do not own. This is the core problem for busy professionals trying to build income alongside a full-time career. The numbers confirm it. Email open rates for niche newsletters average 30% to 40%. Social media organic reach averages 1% to 5% per post. Email subscribers are 6 times more likely to click through compared to social media followers. You do not need more followers. You need an owned audience, and the best way to build one is a newsletter. The pivot that changed everything. After losing $1,000 worth of time and opportunity, I made one decision. I stopped treating social media as the main event and started treating it as a distribution channel. My newsletter became the foundation. Everything else fed into it. Here is exactly what I did, step by step. Step 1. I cut my social media posting from daily to 3 times per week. I used the time I saved to write 1 newsletter per week instead. Step 2. I launched my newsletter on Beehive. Beehive is built specifically for newsletter creators. It gives you built-in growth tools, monetization options, and analytics showing you what your readers actually click. The free plan covers everything you need to start. You do not need a big budget to get going. Add your Beehive affiliate link here. Step 3. I wrote newsletter content first, then repurposed it into social posts. 1 newsletter issue became 3 LinkedIn posts and 2 tweets. My output actually increased while my total work time went down. Step 4. I brought in AI tools to speed up every part of the process. The 4 AI tools that made this work. You do not need expensive software. These 4 tools cost little to nothing and cover every part of the newsletter workflow. Claude AI, free and paid plans. Use it to write, edit, outline, and refine your newsletter content. Claude's text reads like a human wrote it, because the prompts you give it reflect your voice and experience. This is the AI writing tool I recommend to every coaching client I work with. Beehive, available. Your newsletter home base. Beehive handles list growth, email delivery, subscriber analytics, and even paid subscriptions when you are ready to monetize. Canva, free plan available. Use it to create professional newsletter graphics, social media images, and lead magnet covers. No design background needed. Drag, drop, publish. Shitty. Perplexity AI, free plan available. Use it for research. Instead of spending an hour reading through search results, Perplexity gives you sourced summaries in minutes. your newsletter content becomes more credible and faster to produce. These 4 tools replaced over $300 per month in software I was paying for before the pivot. What happened after the pivot? In the 12 months following this change, my email list grew from 0 to over 1,000 subscribers. My open rate settled above 32%. I launched a $97 newsletter launch kit coaching program directly to my list. My social media following also grew because good newsletter content feeds good social posts. The newsletter did not replace social media. It made everything else work better. Your action plan for this week. You do not need to quit your job. You do not need a big audience. You need to start with one thing you own. Sign up for a free Beehive account. Setup takes under 15 minutes. 2. Write your first newsletter. Tell one story from your career, one mistake, one lesson. That is a complete issue. Send the link to 10 people who already know and trust you. Not strangers, your network. Every week, Venture AIX Money delivers real strategies, AI tools, and actionable steps for professionals over 40 who want to build income without gambling their financial security. 3 key takeaways. Social media reach is borrowed, not owned. An email list is the only audience asset you control completely, and newsletters consistently outperform social platforms in reach and engagement. You do not need to start over, you need to redirect. Repurposing newsletter content for social media lets you increase your output while cutting your total work time, which is the right model for busy professionals over 40.3. 4 free or low-cost tools cover the full newsletter workflow. Claude AI for writing, Beehive for publishing and distribution, Canva for visuals, and Perplexity AI for research. You do not need a big budget to build a professional, income-generating newsletter. That's it for this week's session. Share your comments and questions with me on LinkedIn or X at Hughley Johnson. Until next time. Smart starts here. You don't have to read everything, just the right thing. 14 on 40's daily newsletter distills the day's biggest stories from 100+ sources into one quick 5-minute read. It's the fastest way to stay sharp, sound informed, and actually understand what's happening in the world. Join 4.5 million readers who start their day the smart way. Join for free today.